Hi guys, welcome back to Garden Obsessed. My name is Carla. I've been trying to make this video for like a week now. Things have been a little busy here. It was my birthday this week, so my birthday was the end of May. So we went out of town for a little getaway. We celebrated with my family. I got to hang out with some friends for a while. And I've just been picking away at things in the garden. So I filmed a few of those things and I'll go ahead and show you those things today. And I'm trying to desperately get a bunch of things in today. I just planted some cucamelons and some loofah. I'll show you those. Here's my little cucamelons. I just planted 3 and then I planted 3 loofahs as well. I don't usually have much luck with loofahs, and the cucamelons will look like they're struggling, and then all of a sudden, late July, early August, they will take off and shoot up and we will be swimming in cucamelons. But I'm trying to get some things in today. I did finish my tomatoes yesterday. I did film a little bit of it because we are expecting the next 8 days there will be rain on each of those days. I don't think it's supposed to rain all day every day, but if any of you are in Nova Scotia or near Nova Scotia, we are experiencing some of the worst wildfires that we've ever experienced in this province. This isn't something that we usually have a problem with at this time of year, at least. We usually have very rainy springs, and we had a dry winter and went into a dry spring. And on top of that, a lot of our forests, we had a hurricane in September that downed a lot of trees. So literally our forests are like tinder boxes right now. So such an emergency that our premier has restricted forest access. You're not allowed to even go for a walk in the woods right now. And if you're caught illegally burning, there's a $25,000 fine. Before this week, it was a $237 fine, and now it's $25,000. So there's a lot of people that have lost their homes, and it's really sad. But looking at the silver linings for lots of things, it has made me proud to be a Nova Scotian again, because the people that have come together to rescue pets, you know, one woman broke into daycare and rescued 18 dogs. There's just a lot of coming together, and that's nice to see. It's what makes Maritimers, you know? So, my thoughts are with all of the people currently being affected by the wildfires. So, much needed and much appreciated rain on the way. Literally any minute now, I think. So, I'm gonna try to cram some more things in. Hi, you. It's a hot one today, guys. And believe it or not, we still have a threat of frost tomorrow night. Ugh. Little is it here. We're watering the garden. While there's still a little bit of shade, because it's going to be really hot today, and I want to make sure everything's hydrated and doesn't dry out. We've been eating quite a bit of asparagus out of the bed. I think in a few days I'm going to do an update. On everything that we've eaten out of the garden so far, which is mostly just kale and asparagus, but I've been keeping track of it in a little harvest book, and I'm gonna tally it up, and we'll see how much we've actually been able to harvest out of the garden so far this year. So I'm gonna get to watering. I just started another kombucha brew today. The last one was delicious. If this is something you're getting into and you're having a hard time finding bottles, one, we're saving the kombucha bottles that Jarrett buys in the store. I haven't tried these bottles yet, so I don't know if they will hold a carbonation when they're, you know, not sealed up here anymore. And I just bought these at IKEA. They're super cute. I don't know for sure that they're gonna hold a tight enough seal yet, but I will let you guys know, because how adorable is this? But what I do know works for sure is these Grolsch beer bottles. So you can still buy these in the grocery store with beer in them. I think they're $3.99 a beer, at least in Canada. And these seal and work perfectly for the second fermentation when you add your flavors and stuff. So the last time all I did was pour our done kombucha into these bottles. This was enough to fill 3 of these. I probably could have filled a 4th, but it was my first time doing it and I didn't know. So we did 2 blueberry and 1 strawberry, and they turned out delicious. So when I have a little more practice and I know a little more what I'm doing, for sure, I will definitely bring you guys along and show you exactly what I do and how I do it. But it is also an awesome day outside, and Jarrett is mowing the lawn, and we had what I'm pretty sure is going to be our final last frost. It was 0 degrees this morning when I got up. So I've kicked all the plants out and we're just getting shit done today. So here's a look at everything that's out here. There are a few more things in the basement that I just haven't dragged up here yet. And I also got a new toy. Come see, come see. These are all the dahlias. Look what I got. Just in the process of planting it up now. I did put some seeds. I have peas alternated with beans. Everything else was started from seed inside. These are shockwave purple petunias. I've got my micro dwarf tomatoes in here. I've got 5 in here anyway. And I was just working on the peppers. So I've got a couple more sides to fill. And it's a thing of beauty. There's Babe, mowing the lawn, doing a good job. Garden's looking pretty stunning right now, if I do say so myself. And the other thing that Jarrett did for me was I had cut in this edge of the extended dahlia bed, and he went ahead and pulled up all of the sod for me. So that's awesome. These are some self-seeded things that are still in there. I might plant dahlias around them, or I might actually transplant them. I haven't quite decided yet. There's Babe again mowing the lawn. Temperature about 24 degrees. Nice and breezy. Awesome day to be outside doing this stuff. Look how pretty those tulips are. I think I might leave the red and white striped ones because I have some of those in the front yard. And I might move these out there because they died on one side of the house, and the non-symmetry bothers me, guys. So these will actually match quite well, and I think that's what I'll do. I picked some asparagus. Some of it's getting pretty thin now, so I think that's probably it for the asparagus season. But next year will be epic. Can we also just appreciate the daffodils and the self-seeded violas and pansies that are in this bed around this poorly looking pear tree. I got this cute little basket at IKEA, and I'm gonna do some kale picking. my basket of kale, my little bag of florets. Jared's done mowing the lawn. Looks really good. It's yet another day today, guys. It is about 27 degrees right now, which is 80 Fahrenheit. So it's a warm one. I'm just weeding the garden here, guys. I got this tool last year and I really like it. It's sturdy and it has a point on one end that actually you can kind of use like a trowel as well. And it also has on the other end kind of like a bunch of little teeth like thing that's really good for scraping the surface. There's just lots of little teeny tiny weeds. I'm picking out some of the bigger ones here along the edges, but it's really good for getting those weeds that are just kind of germinated and kind of sitting on the surface. This is where I'm going to be planting my tomatoes, so I want to get it all ready. Where are you? Hey, come here. False. There's my girl. Yeah. There it is, getting warm, guys. So I had to go take my sweater off and I was sweating, so I put a headband on. This is the fertilizer I've been using the last couple years. I really like it. It's called Gaia Green. It's just an all-purpose 444. So I'm going to throw a little handful of that in the bottom of the hole and mix it around with each tomato plant that I plant. I've got my hole dug there. And I'm just giving that a little bit of a mix. And I do like to plant my tomatoes deep. I've got the leaves already stripped off of this guy, and I will go ahead and plant that up to the lowest set of leaves that I have left on there. I like to do the same thing when I plant my peppers. I don't plant them quite as deep. They do have adventitious roots that grow along the stem, but not quite to the same degree as tomatoes. So tomatoes for sure, I like to plant nice and deep, and when I plant my peppers, I'll go ahead and plant those a little bit deep, just not quite as deep as I do with the tomatoes. All right, motoring right along. I got 4 green sprouting broccolis planted. I got some Copenhagen cabbages planted. These have been in their little cell packs for too long, so they may just bolt, but I won't know if I don't plant them right, so we'll see how those do. And then over here, I've got 4 Catskill Brussels sprouts planted. I've got 3 Romanesco broccolis and 1 Delicatesse blue kohlrabi. I also got some more carrot seed down here. I had planted this with some old Danvers seed about a month ago and didn't germinate. So I just reseeded it with some scarlet nantes. So all this rain should help the carrot seed along. Also, look how big these are getting. So crazy. Shoved in 3 cauliflowers perpendicular to my cabbages. Lots of ranunculus coming up. That's going to be pretty in a couple weeks. All right, I can feel the rain drops coming, so I'm going to get some of these pretty tulips picked and brought in the house before they get destroyed by all the wind and rain. And I saw a few more asparagus spears that I'm going to grab too. And that's it for today. So I thank you for watching. I thank you for having the patience to hang in with me. I hope you come back, and we'll see you next time.